Very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome to St. Dungeons Public School Bagpat Online Economics Classes Part 20 Class 11th Commerce. As you know that we are working from our home. So my dear student, today we will discuss chapter number 2 Consumers Equilibrium, which is from Microeconomics book, As you know that in my previous video we have discussed indifference curve with the help of schedule and diagram and means we are studying ordinal approach and we are trying to understand ordinal approach with the help of indifference curve analysis. And as you know that we have already discussed indifference curve with the help of schedule and diagram, but today we will discuss properties of indifference curve. See, first property of indifference curve is IC is always convex to the origin. Means indifference curve is always convex to the origin. Why why is IC convex to the origin? Because see, it is because of continuously decreasing MRS. You know that MRS means slope of indifference curve. MRS measures the slope of indifference curve. Always remember, slope of indifference curve is MRS, or you can say that MRS measures the slope of indifference curve. Suppose if I am saying, listen carefully, all three cases. See, if I am saying MRS is continuously decreasing, it means that IC will be convex to the origin. Shape of IC will be convex to the origin. Suppose if case second, see, suppose if I am saying MRS is continuously increasing. Increasing means then shape of IC will be concave to the origin. Suppose if I am saying MRS is constant. It means that shape of IC will be in straight line. I hope all of you have understood IC's why is IC convex to the origin. You will say that because of continuously decreasing MRS. See, because of the law of diminishing marginal utility. And what does it mean? It means that as a consumer increases, or you can say consumer consumes, or you can write here consumer consumes and consumer increases more unit of one good, he must sacrifice lesser unit of other good. Other good means marginal utility goes on decreasing. You can say that MRS relates to the law of diminishing marginal utility. I hope all of you have understood IC is convex to the origin. Why? You will say that because of continuously decreasing MRS. Suppose MRS is continuously increasing means concave to the origin. MRS is constant. IC will be in straight line. Again I am repeating, MRS is continuously decreasing means IC concave to the origin. And suppose if I am saying MRS is continuously increasing means IC concave to the origin. And suppose if I am saying MRS is constant, then IC will be in straight line. See, after this, next property means second property of IC slope downward. Means slope of IC is downward sloping. You can say IC is downward sloping. downward sloping. Why? See, it means that a consumer consumes more unit. Right here, consumer consumes, or you can say increases. Consumer consumes more unit of one good. Consumer consumes more unit of one good than then he will consume lesser unit of other good. He will consume lesser unit of other good, because you know that income of consumer is limited. Income of consumer is limited. It means that suppose consumer wants to increase consumption of one good, then he has to sacrifice consumption of other good. See, to maintain same level of satisfaction. To maintain same level of satisfaction. Always remember, see, see here. IC is downward sloping means, please try to understand with the help of diagram. See, see here good B here, and see here good A, good A. Suppose IC is convex to the origin. It means that see, IC is downward sloping. Downward sloping means left to right. Downward sloping means left to right. I hope all of you have understood. Downward sloping means left to right. See, suppose if you you will go from left to right. You will go from left to right means good consumption of good A will increase and consumption of good B will decrease. Consumption of good B will decrease. I hope all of you have understood. Second property of IC means IC is downward sloping because it means that consumer consumes more unit of one good, then he will consume lesser unit of other good to maintain same level of satisfaction. See, third property, higher the IC shows higher level of satisfaction. Higher the IC shows higher level of satisfaction. This is the third property of IC. See, now see, it means that higher level of IC represents large bundle of goods. Listen carefully. It means that higher level of IC represents large bundle of goods, which means more satisfaction. Large bundle means more satisfaction because of monotonic preferences. Because of monotonic preferences. See, first of all, understand what is monotonic preference. Suppose there are two combinations. Suppose 10 apple and 10 banana. This is first combination, and this is second. This is another combination. See, 10 apple and 20 banana means you will prefer this bundle. You will prefer this bundle because this bundle consists more units of good banana, more units of good banana, and this bundle will provide higher satisfaction. Means this combination will provide high level of satisfaction as compared to this bundle, because this bundle consists more quantity of banana. I hope all of you have means suppose if you prefer that bundle which consists more quantity of either one good or both good, means that process will be called monotonic preference. Means this bundle will be considered as a monotonic preferences. I hope all of you have understood. See, now see here in this diagram, IC1, IC2 and IC3. See, IC1, IC2 is higher than IC1 and IC3 is higher than IC1 and IC2. See, in this diagram, higher IC is IC3. Higher IC is IC3, means IC3 consist, you can say IC3 shows, or you can say represents large bundle of goods, or you can say large quantity of goods, which means more satisfaction. It means that according to this diagram, IC3 will provide higher level of satisfaction as compared to IC1 and IC2, because this IC is higher than IC1 and IC2. See here. Now suppose take IC1 means we are according to IC1 we are consuming OP units of good B, and OQ units of good A. See, after this, suppose take IC2 according to IC2 we are consuming OP units of good B, and but OR units of good A. We are consuming OR units of good A according to IC2. I hope all of you have understood. See, according to IC3, see, we are consuming OP units of good B, and according to IC3, we are consuming